Great morning, my dear friends. Welcome to another beautiful day of this 15-day Breath by Breath session conducted by Pyramid Valley International, Bangalore. So thank you for everyone for being here and thank you for the people who are joining through YouTube. Yesterday, we had an amazing session on the patterns, the belief systems, conscious and subconscious mind. So the 5% of what we think is our conscious mind, but 95% is our subconscious mind, right? So all our core belief systems, our memories, deep rooted fears are buried deep inside our subconscious mind. So Sagar sir has given wonderful techniques how to reverse them. So I would like to welcome Sagar sir to take over today's session. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Manisha. Good morning. Good morning, my dear friends. Good morning, my dear masters. I hope the volume is okay. Yes, wonderful. So, yes, we are into day 12 of this wonderful breathfulness session. There's so many things that we've been learning from our breath. No wonder Patriji always says, breath is our guru. There's so many things that we learn from this subtle, boring, always uninteresting, always occurring thing. Right? So we keep breathing, we take everything for granted, we take life for granted. But then just from being with our breath, so many things can happen. In fact, there was a quote that was running wonderfully when the music was on, right? When your mind is full of thoughts, when your mind is not still, you are away from your breath. But when you are with your breath, your mind is still. And that is what I think the essence of all yogic practices are, right? Yoga says yoga is nothing but yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. So yoga is stilling the restless waves of the mind. And Swami Vivekananda has wonderfully given a wonderful analogy of how the real mind, we will talk more about the real mind once we finish our meditation session. The real mind is so intelligent, it's absolutely still, like a lake. And whereas all our distractions, all our thoughts, all our knowledge go and disturb the lake, either cause waves on the lake or cause all the rubbish, just the leaves and all the mud, murkiness of the lake, churn the lake. When all that happens, the real intelligence, which is at the bed of the lake, is not visible. We're not able to connect. And as we learned yesterday, meditation, being in yoga, allows us to calm our mind first, cleanse the lake of our mind with all those fears, all those kleshas, fears, desires, hatred, ignorance, right? So aversion, all that, it cleanses it. And once the cleansing happens, we are able to see the inner intelligence, see the true nature of us. That's what Buddha calls as the true nature. And we connect to it and start living intuitively. So today's topic will be how breathfulness allows us to be intuitive. We'll learn more about intuition and how we exercise that once we get into, once we finish our meditation breathfulness practice. So before we dive into our meditation practice, so this is what we've been learning all these days. And today we have the full spectrum. So yesterday we introduced the third step of it, right? So as always, we will get into 5 minutes of relaxation, slow inhale, slow long inhale, and slow long exhale, which is coherent breathing. And then we get into the observation phase or stage, where we focus our awareness at our nose, continuous attention to our breath, then awareness of our breath cycle, and then awareness of the sensations across our body. Focusing on your breath, following your breath, and flowing with the breath. Right? This includes all the components that Buddha has taught, Anapana as well as elements of Vipassana, and his wisdom from breath is something that we can learn just by being with our breath. So as always, we will do 15 minutes of awareness at the nose, 15 minutes of awareness of the breath cycle, and 10 to 15 minutes of awareness of our body sensations. Tomorrow, we will do a little bit more of our body sensations because tomorrow's topic is going to be very related to that. We'll do a very special phase also tomorrow. I'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, then we close with recollecting our experiences and expressing gratitude. This is what we always do, right? This is our breathfulness practice. All right, and then one of the important things that we've been trying to follow all the guidance that we've been right breathing, which is absolutely your natural breath cycle during the observation stage, right? Abdominal breathing, conscious breathing, fully mindful of breathing, feeling, and sensations. We said when you're at your nose, be mindful, be conscious of your breathing at your nose. When you are at your breath cycle, be mindful of the feeling and sensations through your breath part. And then when you are flowing with your breath, be mindful of sensations throughout your body. You slowly expand our awareness. And more importantly, non-judgmental breathing, no analysis of thought, feelings, results. Any thoughts that come away, we let it go and then bring our attention back to our breath. All right, so that is what we've been doing. So now let's get into our 15 minutes of breathfulness practice for today, my dear friends. Let's get into position or posture, Sukha Sthira Asana. That's what Yoga Sutras do talk about, the posture for yoga or meditation. Comfortable, relaxed, cross your legs at your ankle, clasp your fingers, keep your back straight, keep your back relaxed, keep your neck straight and head straight. Always be conscious that your eyebrows and neck are always relaxed, no tightening anywhere. Remove your spectacles, close your eyes, and slowly bring your attention to your nose and start conscious equal breathing. Counts to 4 or 5 as may be your comfort. Long, slow inhales, long, slow exhales. Observe your breathing at your abdomen so that you're doing the right abdominal breathing. Enjoy the slow, long inhales and slow, long exhales. Feel your posture. Feel the conscious belly movements. Continue to be with your counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, my dear friends. Now slowly let us move into stage 2, observing our normal, natural breathing. Let go of your counting. Let go of your conscious, slow and long in and out breathing. Move your attention to your nose, to the entrance of your nose, and start observing your breath and the sensation due to your breath at your nose. Do not allow your focus to go anywhere else. Be with your breath at your nose. Do not alter your breath. Just observe. Avoid any thoughts and any distractions. Feel your wonderful breath going in and out of your nostrils. You are watching your breath at the gateway of prana into your body. When all your attention and awareness is with your breath, your mind becomes still. Feel the stillness in your mind, the calmness in your body. Continue to observe your breath at your nose only. Keep your focus and attention on your breath only. Feel your concentration, feel your focus. You're placing your attention and awareness at just the entrance to your nose. Feel the sensations inside your nose or on your upper lip. Wonderful, my dear friends. With that absolute focused mind, now slowly expand your awareness to your complete breathing. Follow your full breath cycle. Observe how your breath travels from the entrance to your nose, all the way through your lungs and back. As the breath travels along that path, there are sensations and movements in your throat region, in your chest region, and your abdomen. Just observe the movements, moment to moment. Let go, move on to the next breath and next moment. Avoid any thoughts and other distractions. Do not judge or analyze any sensations or movements. All thoughts will wait, can wait. Just follow every part of your inhale and exhale. If your mind wanders, observe your mind wandering and bring your attention back to your breath. For every inhale and exhale, there are movements in your stomach or abdomen region. Connect the 2 points, the point of your breath entering your nose and the time or point when you see the abdominal movements. When you connect the two, you're always following the path of your breath, your full breath cycle. Do not miss any breath. Even if you miss because of a thought or a distraction, gently return back to following your breath. Do not alter your breath. Feel the wonderful, automatic, ever-occurring movements and sensations and the functioning of your breath. Nothing else should have your attention. Be conscious of your posture. Relax your eyebrows, relax your neck. Keep your shoulders relaxed and back straight and relaxed. Continue to observe your normal, natural breath cycle. Follow your breath as it breathes your body. Keep following your breath by breath, by breath, by breath. Just observing, feeling grateful, feeling joyful for this wonderful mechanism of energy generation and regeneration is what we have to do, nothing else. No other thoughts, no other judgments, nothing else to visualize. Continue to follow your breath cycle, my dear friends. Be with your beautiful whole breath. Wonderful, my dear friends. Now let's move into step 3 in our observation. Continue to stay anchored in your breath at your nose or watching your abdomen movements, but expand your awareness to the entire body. As you are aware of every breath, feel the energy flows, feel the sensations across different parts of your body. There are lots of things that happen in your body. The exchange of blood, the movement of blood, the response to sensations, feeling the sensations that happen on your every breath by breath by breath. Just observe as if you are standing apart from your body and observing what is happening. The only way to observe is to feel. Feeling is the language of soul. Feeling is the language of intuition. Practice the skill of feeling by being open and aware to all sensations due to your breathing across your body. Relax and enjoy the feeling of flow. As you stay anchored in your breathing, continue to feel Observe and let go of any and all sensations throughout your body. As your energy flows through your 72,000 energy channels, as your blood circulates in your entire body, as the biological functions happen inside your body. At the same time, be aware of any thoughts and any distractions floating in and out of your mind. Do not alter your breath. Stay anchored in your breath. Feel the sensations as you breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Do not get lost in the sensations and flow. Float in the wonderful sensations of the breath. Last 5 minutes, my dear friends. Wonderful, my dear friends. Now slowly, with that feeling of bliss, joy, and peace, slowly bring your attention to your heart region. Express deep gratitude to your wonderful experience in today's meditation session. Recall your experience of today's session. Say thank you to your consciousness for allowing you to be conscious of the wonders of your breath. Now, recall 3 things, incidents or people that you feel thankful for over the last 24 hours. Bring each person, thing or incident into your memory. Express thank you in your mind to that person, thing or incident. Thankfulness and gratitude is the secret to abundance. Next, express thank you to yourself, your family, your friends, and all the people who make your life lovable and livable. And lastly, my dear friends, express deep gratitude to all the beings, all our fellow beings, to the environment, to the elements of nature, the governments, the local governing organizations, your society associations, all the bodies that allow your everyday life to happen in whatever wonderful way it is happening. Now, we come to the end of our meditation session for today. Slowly bring your awareness to your entire body. Relax your shoulders, your body, your head. Become aware of the room you are in. Relax your legs. Relax your palms. You can unclasp your fingers slowly and place your palms on your eyes for a few seconds and open your eyes whenever you are ready. Thank you. Wonderful. I hope all of you had a good, relaxing, more mindful session of meditation today. So before we dive into another wonder of breathfulness that allows us to connect to our inner intelligence, a quick finger exercise on the couple of exercises that we had for yesterday. Just let us know if we're able to do box breathing or square breathing that we learned yesterday for you to relax at different points of time. And similarly, were you able to trace your likes, dislikes, and fears to some of your limiting beliefs through the exercises that were prescribed yesterday? Just type yes, and maybe when you are ready to share your experience, you can do so. With the box breathing, very good. I hope all of you are doing your homework so that you continue to stay in alignment with the teachings that we are sharing. Just did box breathing. How do you feel with the box breathing? Did it help? So box breathing is a big stress busting tool that you have in your pocket always, or you have in your lungs always. Again, this is again an ancient tool that our yogis used. It was refreshing. Very good. All right, but please take time to map or reprogram your likes, dislikes, and hatred. The whole idea, as we see in a couple of days, is not being attached to any of them, and being with the breath, being mindful of why I'm doing what I'm doing is very important. Okay, so, and today's exercise, before some of you head out, today we're going to talk more about intuition. So one of the key elements of intuition is being aware of your feelings. And as I mentioned, feelings are the language of your soul. Anytime you feel something good or bad without your mind intervening, then it's your soul trying to tell you something. So in today, it's about mindful activity. Two things. One, do any activity that you do normally, be it cooking, be it writing, be it speaking, we already did, be it gardening, right? So any of the activities that you do today, be it sitting alongside your child, or be it sitting alongside your parent, anytime you're doing it, just observe how your body feels, the sensations in your body, right? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling bad? Which part of your body are you feeling the sensation? That is very important. So today it's more about moving your awareness from your mind. So mind always keeps thinking, but also listen to what your body is saying. When you're having that food today, listen to when your body is saying enough, stop. You always have that moment when your body says stop, right? But then still your mind wants to have that additional extra spoon or extra serving of food. And that is when your body starts feeling heavy. Right? So same thing to do with anything. When your body says stop walking, when you're on your walking exercise, or stop watching TV, right? So even when you're watching TV, that's another important challenging thing in case you're into TV, right? When you're watching your TV, when you're on your mobile, just feel how your body feels. So becoming more aware of your body sensations is exercise for today. So quickly, so let us look at one of the penultimate wonders that we're going to discuss on the breath. So breathfulness, as we said yesterday, it connects us with our inner intelligence, right? What is this inner intelligence? As we all know, all traditions, all religions, all spiritual practices talk about the inner divinity in each one of us. Everything talk about how we are the gods. We have the godly nature in us, right? So everything, we are born with what I call this as factory settings. Factory settings, if some of you are aware, right, are the default settings that a car or a vehicle comes, or your washing machine, or your what is your gas stove comes, right? Similarly, all of us are born with these factory settings of clarity, spontaneity, resilience, intuition, compassion, creativity. But unfortunately, as we saw yesterday, as we continue to grow, if you look at it, a young child is absolutely spontaneous till the age of 3, till the time we don't, the programming doesn't sink into that person. It is absolutely spontaneous, even his godly nature. But then as they become going to school, start mingling with other people, as the parents draw the boundaries or write the programs for them in terms of you have to do this, you have to be like that, you don't do this, you can't do this, right? So then the programming starts setting in. And as the program starts setting in, all those emotions, beliefs, all those, as we saw yesterday, something that people repeat for 2 times is a thought, then it becomes an attitude, then it becomes a belief, right? Then it becomes a trait, right? So over time, we develop that ingrained habits and traits of this is correct and this is wrong, based on what our parents told us, our family told us, our society tells us, and our education system tells us. So all those are in our subconscious mind. And as you can see, the subconscious mind is in between. It prevents things like your intuition, like your creativity, like your enthusiasm bubble up to your conscious mind. As we continue to do meditation, as we silence our mind, as we silence our subconscious mind, slowly our subconscious mind starts becoming silent. That's what emptying the mind means in the grand happening that Patriji talks about. So I read somewhere our conscious mind is capable of processing information or projecting information only at around 40 bits per second. Whereas our subconscious mind can process and give information in terms of millions, right? So it can get to anywhere between 5 to 8 million bits per second. So that is why the moment you see something, there is all the subconscious memories and thoughts coming up so fast than even you can react consciously. Through meditation, we are trying to reduce that quantity. So as you continue to reduce the mind chatter, as you continue to reduce the millions of information from your subconscious mind, you are getting slowly connected to your intuition. You're slowly getting connected to your inner intelligence, slowly getting connected to our inner self. So as the subconscious mind begins clearing up, we access the intuitive mind intelligence more often. Right? It probably is already happening to most of you. So what is intuition? What is this inner intelligence? How does it show? So it's about knowing without knowing why or how. There's no logic to it. So I simply know, I feel. Where does knowing come from? It comes from your feelings. That's what it says, thinking with your heart. So all the knowledge that we have gained is all programmed here. Whereas when you start feeling with your body, when you start thinking with your heart, things change, right? And that gut feeling, we all say gut feeling. And now the scientists have found that there is this called enteric nervous system. There is a part of this intelligent nervous system also in your stomach region. It's not just in your brain. The nervous system, intelligence, and gut intuition also happen through your gut. That is why the food we eat impacts our thinking process. The amount of load that we give our digestive system impacts our thinking process. There are a lot of books now that have been written about how your food impacts your thinking, impacts your way of living, right? From a science perspective. So intuition is basically that. And then we all know the left brain and right brain from our biology class, right? So our left brain is the one that's responsible for all the mind chatter, right? All your analysis, logic, idea, facts, math. It is important. It is important for us to lead our daily life. A lot of it is structured, right, step by step. But the problem is we are so overloaded that we are allowing our left brain to drive our life, whereas our right brain is the home of creativity, intuition, arts, feeling, and imagination, right? So we subdue our intuition, we subdue our feelings, right? If you look at the energy system chart that I show, right? Your Ida is responsible for one thing, your Pingala is responsible for one thing. And then your entire nervous system is shaped that way. So all your feeling, the entire feeling nervous system gets linked to your right brain. So anytime you are with your right brain, you are in flow, you are in that creativity. That is why all arts, right? So be it music, be it playing, right, be it engaging deeply in some activity. So all the feeling arts really allow you to be focused, allow you to be with your soul or with your intuition. That is why all spiritual practices, right from chanting, right from your mantras, right from your yoga practice, your meditation, right, and a lot of the dancing, the Sufi dancing, the slow dancing, and all our songs, spiritual songs that take us deep into a feeling. All those work on the mechanism to get things away from your brain and your head. They want you to feel, they want you to be with your godly nature. So when we are in our daily life, intuition means anytime that you're feeling something is not right. Sometimes you'll have that food which you feel it is not right. There are a lot of situations in my career at an IT company as an executive. The numbers, the work the team has done in getting a deal or winning a customer is all wonderful. There are at least 2 occasions where I have rejected. I didn't want to do business with a customer because I didn't feel right at the time of the negotiation process. I felt there's something wrong. My body was not giving me the right signals. When are you able to feel that? When your mind is still, when you are with your breath, right? When your mind, your brain always tells you, this is wonderful, the rooms, the numbers are wonderful, you're going to get so much profit, but something is wrong. And then invariably and inevitably, both those occasions, it turned out to be right. The customer was the business was not right for the company. That's what I can pull, right? And then as you drive, as you do go ahead, there's some voice in your head telling you intuitively to do this, and you do right. Spontaneous response, right thought at the right time. Intuition is also the right thought at the right time. So you don't need to worry, oh, I'm not going to use my left brain. I'm going to be still. I'm not going to be thinking about anything. How are things going to work? Those are the times of magic. The spontaneous answers, the spontaneous responses that we give are the ones that are highly relevant for the particular situation. Right? And in art and in sport, you might have heard of people in the zone, in the flow. They're absolutely out of their mind. When they're playing their stroke, when they're playing that game of tennis or cricket or even basketball, right? There are numerous amount of videos that talk about it. How people have been at the right place at the right time to end a game, winning for their team, right? And then the last thing is very important. It's about using meaningful coincidences. As we continue our journey of conscious living, we become conscious and aware of a lot of meaningful coincidences, which are also called synchronicities. That is when the universe is trying to help you. Suddenly you get that remark from a friend. You're confused about something. Suddenly someone gives you a book or tells you something and you happen to look at something. Or there is that phone call from someone all of a sudden talking about some prices of some material when you're worried about what kind of thing you need to do at work or maybe do at home, right? So they're always linked. I mean, as they say, everything happens for a reason. Only thing we don't know when you are with your mind. When you let go of your mind, when you still your mind, you don't even need to know why but there is a reason for some things happening. So synchronicities are a wonderful, I mean, I'm sure some of you might have been recognizing that already, but as you continue to go into your path of meditation, silencing your mind, you'll start observing a lot of synchronicities. The right food at the right time, the right amount of food at the right time, the right people calling you, talking to you at the right time, right? So all that keep happening. And as they say, intuition is the GPS of the soul. Just like we use our maps when we drive our car in uncharted territory, similarly, intuition always tells you where to go, what thing to do in life, right? Only thing is we need to be aware and believe in it. So what are the key steps in honing your intuition? First, the first exercise is clearing out the clutter. We spoke about it enough. Meditation on your breath mindfulness cleans the clutter, calms the waves of your mind, cleanses a lot of things, cleanses the unhelpful emotions, unhelpful feelings, unhelpful beliefs. That's what will continue to happen. The second part is feeling and listening to your body sensations. That is the exercise that we are doing today. Be more aware, be more open to what your body tells you. And number three, there should be no sense of fear. If fear or there is urgency, which are more your left brain logic driven things, then intuition doesn't work, because any thought that you get at that time is hijacked by your brain. So again, you have to let go, you have to feel free. That is when your equal breathing, your box breathing, square breathing, all will help you to get rid of that fear, get rid of the stress. And the last thing is very important: be open and willing to follow it. Trust, confidence, trust your feelings, trust what your heart is telling you, and go along with it. You'll never go wrong. Though it might seem, when you apply the logic of your brain or the logic of the society, it might be different. But when you're open and willing to follow, the universe opens and starts showing this next step, showing the next step, showing the next step. All right. So these are the steps to honing our intuition. One of the common questions I keep getting is, anytime I get a thought, a feeling, how do I know it's not my mind, right? As long as you're stilled your mind, open to your body sensations, and not driven by urgency and fear, and you're willing to trust it. The moment you feel something and then you don't have confidence in it, then it's not your intuition. Forget it. Right? So being open is very important. Sensing your sensations is important. Lastly, this is again a quote: meditation is a powerful tool for accessing your creativity, your inner wisdom, and intuition. And as you see here, practicing mindfulness of your breath, mindfulness of any activity, removes distractions that block your intuition. So as I said, we have all been born with the factory settings of inner intelligence. The only thing that blocks us to access our inner intelligence and intuition is the distractions of our mind. And that is what we're trying to silence it. That is what we're trying to calm down or cleanse them with our meditation practice. Again, this is what Patriji encapsulated so beautifully in those three grand happenings that Manisha would have explained. Right? When you are with your breath, your mind becomes calmer, mind becomes still. And when your mind becomes still, you'll start becoming more aware of your body, your awareness of your sensations. Cosmic energy flows throughout your body. It's flowing always. Only thing is we are not being aware. We are becoming more aware. That is what is training your body to be more aware of your sensations. And the third happening is, when you're able to feel a lot more, then automatically you'll start feeling your intuitive power. That's what they say. Metaphorically, your third eye opens. So you're a lot more intuitive to what you're supposed to do, to receive those answers from the universe, which are always coming. You don't need to ask. Right? So that's the power, that's the wonder, that's the magic of being with your breath, my dear friends, being mindful of your breathing. Just being with your breath allows you to be connected to the magic you are here to create. So all the best. Work with your intuition, be with your intuition, and the only way to be there is to still your mind. The only way to still your mind, the only effective way to still your mind is being conscious of your breath, every breath. All right. So with that, let's open it up for questions. I'd love to hear your feedback on your meditations, whether I always want to ask as we do your meditations, right? And I'd love to hear your experiences on your daily exercises. I'd love to hear on how your meditation has been progressing. Are you feeling the magic in your life? Anything that's happened over the last couple of weeks? We all would love to hear. Please do feel free to share. We're just 3 more days to go. And as always, feel free to ask your questions as well. So let us first look at if there are any questions on the chat window. Today, there was no music. Did any of you not hear music? Okay, audio and video, great. Okay, thank you. Yeah, breathing, inhale, shortened, exhale, almost stopped. It is normal. So you don't need to worry as long as you continue to be conscious of your breathing breath pattern changes and changes. Whenever thought comes in during meditation session, yes, please let go of your thought. Do not resist anything, let go of your thought, but do not engage deeply in your thought. Wonderful. So Mani Master says he or she was able to trace the dislikes and likes and dislikes. Again, a very good conscious process. Wonderful. So we'll take questions. Ashok ji. Oh, so okay, 1 sec. Yes.
Sir, my gratitude to you, sir, and my gratitude to Manusha, madam. Sir, not only a lot of learnings and experience sharing is there. I'm really, really glad and grateful to you, sir, and the Pyramid Valley team also. Now, my question is that, as you said, the intuition and logic, they don't go together. So our left brain is a logical part of the hardware. And there is a third eye also. We say that the chakra is there. So what is the connection between the two in terms of hardware and software? That is my one question. And second is that if we are truthful, truthfulness is very, very important, because if we are truthful and we are honest in our own self, and then we can be rid of any fear. We can face any consequences. And that is very important, because if there are conflicts in the mind, then intuition will never work. So that I wanted to say, because I have experienced this also myself. Sir.
Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Yes. So the hardware and software is a good analogy. So our brain, our nervous system, our left brain, right brain, when you say the physical part, they are the hardware. And as they say, the definition of mind is nothing but the software that runs on your hardware, on the hardware of brain and body. And then the mind is a combination of thoughts, emotions, feelings, right? And that is what Buddha links both the breath and body to the mind, which is your feelings, emotions, thoughts, which are in turn related to beliefs. When our mind is functioning properly, because one of the elements of the mind or the software is also our intelligence. When our mind is functioning, when the software is functioning properly, it allows your intelligence to operate correctly, right? So yes, there is a balance of left and right brain. There's an optimal balance of left and right brain we all need for an everyday life. But unfortunately, today's lifestyle and today's stress is caused more because of us being with our left brain, analyzing a lot of things, getting a lot of thoughts, and overloading that part of it, which and also kind of overloading our stress system, right? Our stress response system, as we saw earlier. So that is one. The second thing is, yes, truth. As long as we are truthful, We don't need to be afraid. We don't need to be sad. But there is this truth about being subjective and objective, right? So there is this truth that we learn from science, that we learn from people. There is also a truth for us, right? Truth that is based on science also, right? Ultimately, the truth for each one of us is what our body and our intuition tells us. Something that is true for me may not be true for you, right? But there is also a universal truth in terms of, yeah, these are the rules, these are the things that you need to follow. There is science behind a lot of things. But ultimately, for example, medicine, there is a lot of research being done. There is whole thing saying that this particular medicine is useful for something. But there are instances where a particular piece of medicine works for someone but doesn't work for someone, where you feel good with that medicine, feel don't good about that medicine, right? So each of our body, mind, and soul are different. Our energy levels are different. So the ultimate truth for each one of us or each one of you is whatever works for you, whatever you feel. Again, the feeling is very important. Feeling without the mind chatter. All right. So wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Yes,
one thing more, sir. I'm sorry, I'm taking slightly more time. One thing more that we say that our neocortex brain, that is left brain and right brain, is 95% of the brain, whereas our subconscious repertoire brain is 5% in terms of hardware, but 95% in terms of memory, in terms of storage, and our habits are stored in the subconscious mind. And we operate, we live, we work from the subconscious mind. How it happens? Because we are thinking, logically, and the subconscious mind carries the impressions of the past lives also. Our karmic accounts are in the subconscious mind. So I'm slightly confused, sir. If you can make it clear.
Yes, sir. That is how that is how the body works. That is how our consciousness works. But then we have this willpower of being with it or not, right? That is the beauty of our human brain. So we also are endowed with that consciousness to be using our conscious mind, the one that is a lot more to be for better use. That can happen only we listen to our creativity and what we are born for, right? Without allowing your subconscious mind. That's kind of the irony. But then, yeah, there's a lot of science behind it. Why and what is that? I think some of Shreyan's Daga sessions cover those as well. You can take a look at it. Thank you. Yes, Shirish, sir.
1 second, sir. Yeah. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm referring to the slide of key steps to honing your intuition. I could really correlate with the first, the points, steps, that is 1, 2, and 3, because however infinitesimal small periods of time I have been getting this, and I could correlate them with the steps that you have been telling us. Yes, meditation clears the clutter. Yes, we get motivated to feel, listen to our body sensations during meditation, as you guided us. You've been guiding us. Then fear, yes, I understand. Yes, it is the fear or urgency is always feeling us to go in the wrong direction. But the last point 4, yes, I thought it was partly answered in your last reply. But I still, if you can further elaborate on, be open and willing to follow it, it will be very nice.
Yeah, so that is about trust, sir. That is about, for example, more often than not, right? So we are not willing to trust. For example, as I said in my business example, right? So your brain has worked out everything. This is how things will go, right? Step by step, everything is going to work out fine. And then we feel a sense of not going right. You feel some unpleasantness, right? The last one is be open and willing to trust, right? Trust your feeling. Be open to be confident, right? You cannot say, oh, no, okay, so everything, all the numbers are working out fine, everything step is fine, nothing will go wrong. Now that is probably my ego telling me, or probably my fear drawing me down to not follow something, right? So the last point is purely about trusting your intuition. Whatever your body says, you need to proceed. More often than not, your ego mind will try to override that. It will show you all the wonderful reality and matter. You say this is the best way to go. But then your body mind or your soul mind or your intuition will give you a different signal. So the last point is about whenever you are getting a different signal, be willing and open to trust it without any doubts, right? And it could be in the short term, it could be feeling that it is wrong. For example, I think there was one question, negativity, right? Negative synchronicity. There's nothing like a negative synchronicity, right? So all synchronicities are going to help. For example, I'm going to a job interview, right? I want this wonderful job at all costs. And then you do your meditation, you do your stress release exercises, you are absolutely clear, you go crack the interview, wonderfully fine, but then you still don't land the job. Immediately you get angry. Why the hell? I mean, I did everything so right. Why didn't I get the job? That was my lifelong, quest for me to get in such a company, to land such a job. But that still could be a good thing for you, right? So that is a synchronicity that the universe is working towards you. So we need to trust it. Okay, so that probably that job was not right for me, right? There's a better job waiting for me aligned to my purpose. And so that's about trusting whatever happens is what is that fourth step, right? Similarly, spontaneity, right? Spontaneity, answering questions or anything, right? So your logic mind might be telling you something, but when you are spontaneous, you might be telling something. Then you might think, where did that come from, right? What did I even tell? But then it will be well received by other people, right? So trusting that intuition is what is that fourth step? It's purely a question of trust and being confident with what your body and your soul tells you. Right? The more you're open, right? You keep getting more of it from inside and more of it from outside in terms of synchronicities as well.
Very nice example, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, there's another question. Quantum physics says 99.999% of the energy. Is that true? That is true. That's what I believe as well. So, but sir, please read the book Mind to Matter, or listen to, I think I did a 3 or 4 day, there are 6 to 7 hours of video on the Pyramid Valley channel as well, YouTube channel covering the book Mind to Matter. So there are a lot of experiments that show you how mind to matter is nothing but more doing things with energy. There are a lot of experiments that you can do yourself that the book talks about. Yes, Sudhakar, sir.
Good morning, sir. It's a wonderful session. I am attending all the sessions, but I am practicing that practical meditation, and I grasped all things. But I am not. Is it possible that slides or something from PDF form so that I can take printout and I can go through?
Yes, absolutely, sir. So I think I'll share my email tomorrow. So just drop me an email or write to me, then I'll send you the slides once the sessions are over.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, Deepa ma'am.
Yes, sir. Good morning. It's a very wonderful experience since 12 days. So the journey is going so nice with all of you. And it is helping in everyday activities also. I want to share the Monday experience, which I want to share yesterday. That day, 4 to 5 times back to back, all that disturbance in the family and from the phone call, it's coming and going. But that time, I can be detach myself with that disturbance. It is not regarding me, it is about them. So with the help of that equal breathing, I could able to manage my peace of mind. And gradually in that end of the day, they also we calm down and they really feel, oh, now it's good. So it's a wonders of meditation and wonders of your class, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful, ma'am. Thank you for sharing. I mean, this is all we experience, right? This is all science. We are just sharing. Science is there for all of us to make use of it. So wonderful. So one good point you mentioned is obviously, when you're conscious of your breathing, it not only impacts you, it impacts the people around you as well. And that is where that question on energy is so related, right? So we are all energy. And that is why a lot of times when you have people sick at home, you're not able to manage themselves. It's always more often than not, that disturbance disturbs us. When we are still, when we are conscious of our breathing, that has an impact on the other person as well, right? And then when we've seen a lot of problems disappear in families where just one person starts doing meditation or becoming more conscious, becoming more still, right? Energy flow starts regulating, energy flows happen. In fact, there are studies that have been done on gratitude and loving kindness, right? There are groups that in Europe and America, which have done virtually, which have done this group meditations on loving kindness, sending loving and kindness energies to people in underprivileged countries. And they've seen miracles happen. There are books that have documented what happened in war-torn countries, in places where there is a lot of hunger, right? So there's the overall elevation of consciousness there. And that is what the book Mind to Matter also documents a lot of stuff. How you can influence or manage energies even when you are in remote locations. So wonderful. Thank you, madam, for sharing your experience. I know you've been a long-term meditator and patron, well-wisher of Pyramid Valley, as well as all our programs. So thank you.
And then one more thing, while mindful walking, I feel that I could able to feel the heels, knees, and the shoulder movement as well. Few seconds only, not more than that, because if we walk in outside with nature, we see the bird and trees and all these things. But steps also we can feel directly in that it's the inner feeling, not outside that voice. And productivity and energy level is also so much high during these 12 days that I couldn't able to do. Meditations we do regularly, but it is alone. But the group meditation and with daily in the morning session with the new topics and all these things, it's a really wonderful, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you, madam. So yes, group energies, group meditation are in a league on its own, right? Any activity that you do in groups, you'll feel that joy, right? I mean, group singing, group walking, right? I mean, so anything that happens and that relates to energy, with meditation, it only elevates, right? Elevates the connection, reinforces each one of our energies, allows us to calm our mind much faster rather than doing it alone. So again, wonderful points, man. Thank you, really. And in fact, when you're walking, just try to listen to the voices of nature, right? The sounds of the trees moving, sounds of the birds. You'll get to do a lot of that when you're in a place like Pyramid Valley. But when you are in a calm surroundings, even as you walk, just listening to the sound of traffic, it might sound noise to you, but in that traffic, there are a lot of things hidden, right? So just being open to all the sounds, all the feelings, all the sights as you walk, again, is another, it's almost like a walking meditation. It all stills your mind, right? That again moves your awareness from your left brain to your right brain, you're feeling. All right, any more questions? I thought there was one more hand raised, I missed it. There is marked difference in spontaneous actions, very good. All right, so I hope we haven't missed any question. So wonderful, my dear friends. So today, please, today's homework or exercises, please feel how your body responds, how your body feels throughout your day as you do your different activity. And then please do one activity completely mindful. Not that you shouldn't do other activities unconsciously. We want everything to be conscious, but let focus be open to whatever happens, whether it is cooking, eating, gardening, walking, working on your computer, right? When most of us, I come from a software background, when most of us are so focused, we just get lost, right? So time and again, adjusting your posture, getting back to your conscious breathing, it always helps in all the activities. Okay, so wishing you a wonderful time listening, feeling, and hearing to your body today, my dear friends. With that, have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow morning. Thank you very much.